baptized before, but you have yet to become overwhelmed with. And that's why you find yourself doing things that you used to do before you went down in the liquid grave. You find yourself going back to places where you know you ought not to go to. You find yourself staying out later than you know you ought to stay out. You find yourself drinking stuff you know you ought not to drink. You find yourself looking at stuff you know you ought not to look at. It's because you didn't change your mind and you didn't become overwhelmed. Preach, boy, I will. How am I being frustrated, Pastor? Okay, well, you're being frustrated because your money ain't lining up with your bills. You're being frustrated because the doctor report don't line up with how you want to feel. You're being frustrated because your worship does not line up with your heart. You're being frustrated because your wife losing her mind, your husband losing his mind. You're being frustrated, and therefore you can't move forward. Somebody shout shift. Say shift, shift, shift. Yeah, I refuse to be offended. And I told you the word offended simply means off-ended. When you get offended, you literally become off-ended. And when you fall off, I got this, God got it. When you fall off of the path, he can't be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. Because when God sends the light, you too are offended to receive the light. High five your neighbor and say, I refuse. No, you got to say it like you mean it. Say, I refuse to be offended. John is in the wilderness. Walk with me, work with me, work with me. Say, refuse to be stagnant. Remember, his right was to look like this. Nice, ready to preach. But over the years, what they didn't see was John was chilling. Dad was talking. John said, I hear what you're saying. I'll be a priest one day. Yeah, Dad, I like those jewels that you wear and how they honor you in the temple. I love what you do, and it's all nice. So he's about 19 now, and he says, I don't need that either. And so he's sitting there thinking, what in the world is Dad talking about? I might just wear some jeans. I'm prophesying to somebody. I know they're going to talk about me. I know they're going to laugh at me. I know they're going to call me crazy. But remember, verse 4 says, it goes on to describe what he had on. John took off the priestly garment and put on a kingdom garment. This may not look like I'm anointed, but I'm more so anointed right now than I was dressed like that. I'm more so anointed right now than when I was hooping in B flat. I need somebody to understand that God called you to be uniquely you so you can change a generation. Stop falling in the cracks. Stop falling in the norm. Be who God called you to be. Be who God called you to be.